Where's your costume, Bitonio?
Oh, it's at home.
What do you got going?
I'm a caterpillar this year. Yeah. You remember Bug's Life?
Yes.
The big caterpillar. It's not that one, but that's what I'm picturing myself. Yeah. Beautiful butterfly. Yeah.
You did a test run with it? You feel good?
Yeah, yeah. The kids and I, well, the kids have like 3 costumes. They just like find all the costumes in the house. But the family at one point was I was a caterpillar. The wife was a bee. Daughter was a butterfly. Other daughter was a ladybug, and my son was a snail. So we had like a little bug, type thing going. But I think they're doing their own thing tonight. Like one's bingo, one's Queen of Hearts or something. So but I'm gonna stick with the caterpillar.
Is there a photo of that?
Yeah, there is actually. Yeah, there is. I'll find one.
How's the foot?
It's getting better every day. We're working through it right now, but it's getting better.
Did it happen on Sunday, or has it been something that sort of lingered?
No, it happened Sunday. Yeah.
Are you anticipating you'll be able to play on Sunday?
I'm working through it right now. We'll see how the week goes.
So did you get rolled up on or something?
That's the crazy thing. I don't quite remember. I woke up Monday morning and I was like, feels a little bit off. You know what I mean? Let's check it out. But yeah, we got a great medical team here, and we're kind of working through it. We got a good plan, and we'll see how it goes.
What did you think of the way DeJuan Jones played?
I think he did some really good things. I know it was his first start at left tackle in the NFL. He told me he did one or a couple in college maybe. But I think he did a really good job. He was focused all last week. He had a good week of practice, and it carried over to the game. I think we, all of us want a play or two back here and there, but I think for the most part he protected really well and we had some good movement on some double teams in there, and it was a good start for him.
How much were you communicating with him, like playing and play out?
Yeah, I was working on it. He knows his stuff though, but I was trying to reiterate and communicate. And I know I talk a little bit different than Wyatt or Zach, so like some of the words he's like, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, this is what I say. So we were trying to get through that, but no, we were communicating. But I think, like I said, he did a good job, understanding his assignments.
Joe, there was a lot more under center with Jameson there, and a lot more traditional running plays. Do you think that helped the success of the offense?
Yeah, I think that's what we've been used to. It's a little bit under center, a little bit play action from under center, run game from under center. So, and Nick's been used to that in his career as well. So I think those type of things are what we've done a lot of, and I think we, had our O-line healthy-ish for the most part, and it was just a better performance, overall. But I think we'll see some more under center stuff going forward.
Did it feel any different with Dorsey calling plays?
Truthfully, no. Like at least the way they tell us the plays, like they're all the same plays. It might have been a different order than but it's like they've talked about. It's a collaborative effort. All the play calls and all the names and everything we kind of do is all pretty much the same. It's just how he wants to call it. But it for us linemen, like we can't really tell the difference.
Watching for a quarterback who is more of a pocket passer like Winston, how is that different for you guys?
You still have to block your guys. For the most part, Jameis is probably going to be in the pocket. If he drops to 9 or 10, he's going to step up and try and navigate that way. So you have an understanding about that. But at the end of the day, we've talked about it all year. We stressed all year, like, no matter what, we got to block the guy in front of us. And that's kind of been our motto and how we want to get the job done. But there's some differences, of course. Like, if quarterback's going to be running around out there and scrambling, making a big play that way, like, you're going to have to realize, like, hey, my guy's running out of the pocket. So there is a difference.
Joey and Khalil Mack this game, what do you have to think about with those two guys?
Yeah, both. Joey's a little banged up. He played last week, but he's elite when he's healthy and he's playing. Great hands, great power. Kind of does everything well. Khalil Mack, year 11, but he hasn't slowed down a bit. He's playing at a high level. He's a very powerful, instinctive guy. And they do a good job of scheming him where they can get some one-on-ones for him. So it'll be a big test for us.
Do you feel like some life has kind of been breathed into this locker room?
Yeah, we needed to win bad. I think we were all excited to get that, but on Monday we corrected ourselves and we were hard on the film and said, hey, what do we need to get better at? We know it's a week-to-week business, but the win helped morale for sure. But the guys are been working this week, and we're excited for another challenge.
What did you kind of notice in just the way Nick Chubb sort of progressed from his first week back to last week? It kind of felt like you got a couple of vintage, like he gets at the line of scrimmage and bursts for a little bit more. Runs, he hasn't broken a big one yet, but just what's kind of
Yeah, it was good stuff. You could show he felt a little more comfortable. I'm sure his legs run him a little bit more in that second game. One of the runs, we were running left, and I think Michael Pierce, who's like, the depth chart says 355, but he's like 390 or something. So he almost jumped on his back one time, and he kind of stayed up and gained another 5 yards off the edge. I'm like, that looks like Nick Chubb that I know, And there's a couple cuts in there that he made some good plays for us. But it's exciting. And he actually pass blocked really well this last game, which he hasn't been in that position a lot in the past. He hasn't been like a third down guy, but he was in there a few times and made some really good blocks and pass protection as well. So it was good. It was good to have him back. I think he's going to keep getting more comfortable, and hopefully we can get a few big ones here.
Joel, you mentioned last week Jameis in the huddle, stay with me here, and things like
Yeah.
that. How important is it to have a quarterback that can keep guys loose and also keep them on point?
Yeah, it's big. I mean, the quarterback's the leader of the team, regardless of what he says or what he does or anything like that. He's the leader of the football team. He's the most important position on the team. When a quarterback brings energy and excitement and that one play at a time mentality, I think the team has no other option but to feed off of it. You know what I mean? But to be fair to Jameis, that's who he's been, since day one, since I'm sure his whole career. He might not have been the starter, but he was always bringing that energy. But then when he's on the field, it's kind of with you instead of just, when you go to the sideline or you go to the locker room.
Joel, in honor of being Halloween, what did you think of Miles as the Terminator?
Yeah, it was a great costume. He does a good job on that. It was pretty impressive. Arnold Schwarzenegger thought it was cool, so that's pretty good. Kudos right there.
Is there anyone?
I was going to say, did you see him walking in like that, or when he came in the locker room?
Yeah, I saw him in the locker room, and I was like, I knew who it was, but I was like, oh, that's a pretty high quality mask there, So it was good stuff.
Is there anyone on this team that can compete with Miles in the Halloween costume?
I don't know. Our rookies the O-line rookies this week, we had a hot Cheetos bag. We had Mario, which was pretty good, and then we had I think you forgot about it maybe till last night, but Frozo from Incredibles was our third rookie. They did all right, but Miles, I think, has the resources to outduel these guys on his costumes.
Joel, you guys have played the Chargers a couple times over the last couple of years, and those games were sort of more shootouts. With Jim obviously taking over as head coach there, are you kind of anticipating this game's going to be a little bit different than those?
Yeah, Coach Harbaugh's did a good job with them. They're not going to turn the ball over on offense. They're going to ball control it. They're going to, bend but not break on defense. And they've held, I think they're the number one defense in the league in points per game. They're +6 or something in turnover margin. That's how they've won games. And it's going to be a challenge for us. We hopefully we can score some more points, but we know they're going to try and take care of the ball and do that. So it might be a little different than the shootouts we've had in the past, but we're going to do whatever it takes to try and get the win.
Seems like a blast of fresh air is blown into this team. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, it was a good win. So, yeah, it felt good.
What is the difference between the way Jameis throws the ball compared to the way Deshaun throws?
Ain't no difference for real.
What do you see in this Chargers secondary?
They're straight. They got good D linemen. They all right.
Jerry, obviously the breakout game for Sedge was, I know you talked a little bit about this game, but how much do you guys enjoy seeing a guy like that? You guys obviously puts in the effort, and it's kind of just a great opportunity to kind of break out, and how can we kind of build on that?
It's always exciting. I seen how hard Cedric been working since camp. So now he finally got the opportunity to showcase his talent on the field. It's always exciting to see your guys ball out like that. You just got to keep it going and stay on the right track.
I know you guys always say you're trying to go 1-0 every week, but when you're coming off a win, doesn't that just give you guys more energy heading into the next game?
Yeah, it definitely give us more confidence, but throughout the week we still got to focus on the little details to really. We can't bring this win with us this week, so that win was in the past. Now it's time to focus on what's ahead of us, and that's the Chargers.
Did you get a good feel for what it's like to win in Huntington Bank Field, and just how exciting this town can get when this thing gets rolling?
Yeah, for sure. That one was great for the team and also for the fans. Just the energy, excitement through the whole stadium. We felt that. And that's how it's supposed to be every time we play there. So.
How does Jameis's energy kind of migrate throughout the offense, not just in the huddle, but just whether it's on the sideline while the defense is on the field, whatever. But just that energy, he just seems to be like the Energizer Bunny, constantly going.
Yeah, his energy is great. It's mostly his communication that's making sure we always staying on our toes and always staying ready. So the communication is great with Jameis.
The Chargers have had to start 2 rookie quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
You see the plays out there being made?
Yeah, there's plays to be made every week, man. Every week.
Jay, you guys talked so much this year just about trying to right so many things in the first 7 weeks on offense. What was it about going into week 8 that you think allowed you guys to kind of get it all together in terms of the offensive line playing better, you guys not dropping passes, and just things kind of operating smoothly?
I think we just we was all on the same page, and we always just involved in the game. It was, and it just kept us motivated, kept us going. So basically that's it for real.
Jerry, you mentioned it before. Is Jameis different in the huddle than other quarterbacks in terms of, keeping the energy up, keeping guys on point, all those kinds of things?
Yeah, I mean he always gonna give you his little motivational speech before the play, or just to keep us going, just to keep us on our toes, and just to be prepared to see what we're looking for. So that's good to have in the huddle.
I feel like guys laugh more in the huddle with him than maybe other quarterbacks you've been around.
Yeah, Jameis is naturally funny.
Yeah.
Does that loosen you guys up a little bit? Ease the tension, if you will, throughout a game when you have someone that is trying to bring energy, but also at the same time be serious, but also at the same time kind of lighten the mood.
Yeah, it loosens us up, but also keep us on our toes too, to make sure we do our job at that moment. So yeah.
If you went trick or treat tonight, what would you wear?
If I went trick or treating, what would I wear? I don't know. I'd probably be Spider-Man, just because he's my favorite Marvel character. Yeah.
Is there anyone in this locker room that can compete with a Myles Garrett costume?
Oh, that costume was tough. I ain't gonna lie. It looked real. It was tough. I don't know who could compete with that, but that was a good costume.
Grant, what type of challenges does this Chargers offense present? Obviously, it's Jim Harbaugh. He likes to play physical, run the football. What kind of things you guys prepare for?
Yeah, I think you just said it. Physical team, they run the football a lot. Justin Herbert's playing pretty well. So it's just a lot of emotions in the offense, of course, and kind of West Coast style, but lean on the run game a lot. Excited for a new challenge, something we haven't seen, and have some momentum going off that win last week.
Usually these games against the Chargers have been like high-scoring shootouts.
Yeah.
Is that going to change, you think, this
week? Yeah. I'm 0-2 against the Chargers in my career, so of course I want to go out there and get a win against them. But it has been a lot of shootouts. I think they put up like 30 last time we played them. New offense, but still there.
What does you feel like with that win last week? Is there like renewed energy in this locker room?
Yeah, I think that's a good something to point out. I think we had lost that feeling of winning. We got it finally back. We just take it week by week. We're not looking at the overall anything more than this next week. So we got a chance to take a good Chargers offense and get a good AFC win.
Kevin Stefanski told us the other day he thinks Herbert has one of the best arms in the game. Do you agree with that? And just what have you seen as far as an evolution in his game?
No, yeah, he definitely has a great arm. You can see plays where he doesn't even have to step in the throws and he's still throwing the ball in the money 20, 30 yards. out cuts, no matter wherever on the field. Arm talent's there for sure. He's diving, throwing the ball, stuff like that, man. So he's very talented. He has a nice #1 receiver that's developing right now, 15. So, I think he's found his guy and kind of in their stride right now. They got 4 wins, so they're moving pretty good.
How about Ladd? What does Ladd look like on film, and what do you have to worry about with him?
Yeah, he's a crispy route runner. He had a crazy catch last week too, so he can catch the ball as well. Good matchup in the slot, and can't point out everything, but he's a nice young rookie receiver that's developing more of a relationship with his quarterback.
Did you think you should have that ball in the end zone?
Yeah, I dropped that. I definitely dropped that. But that was last week, man. We were about.
But, I mean, you're not the only one. What do you think's going on? You guys about 7 of them.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Halloween going around, Butterfingers and stuff. I don't know. We get it fixed though. Good. Thank you.